Congratulations and welcome and well done. I mean, have you had time to come down from Cloud9?
I think so. It was a week ago yesterday, so it's been nice to take it all in, settle down and be back home again.
Yeah, and you've settled in, I suppose. You've come back. Have you taken time to really reflect on the impact that you had?
I think a little bit. It's still surreal, but, you know, I think looking back at some of the photos and stuff from the day, it was incredible to be around, and I'm so happy that I was a part of it.
I mean, there's so many parts of it as well. Let's start with the crucial goals as well. I mean, coming on as a super sub. Can we talk about what Sarina said to you before you came on? Were you sent off to warm up before? Like, what was the process before coming on to score that first equaliser?
Just go and warm up.
Okay,
and
get yourself ready.
Yeah, it was a bit earlier the sub than I expected, 70 minutes, but, you know, I managed to get ready and, you know, all of the girls that came on with me, we were ready and we made that impact. And, you know, Sarina, the rest of the coaching staff, all our fellow players had the confidence in us that we can go and do what we did.
Were you feeling the pressure in that moment?
No, actually. I think it's nice to go in when there's something that's needed to change in the game, you know, like you have that fire, you have that belief that you can go and change the game and you're not afraid to go and do something.
Do you remember how many touches you had before you managed to put it in? Like, were you... Because as a striker, you'll know that sometimes you're not as involved as you'd want to be because your job is just to put the ball in the net. Do you remember, like, getting on the ball? Do you remember feeling comfortable on the pitch? Like...
I reckon I probably had, like, 2 touches.
Before you scored?
Yeah, in those type of games, it's sometimes hard, especially playing up top. But, you know, sometimes you just get that one moment and, you know, I'm so grateful. Thank God I was able to at least take that chance, even though it was 2 yards out from the goal. But
they say time slows down. Is that true? Could you see it coming over? Could you feel your foot connecting with the ball?
To be fair, like when the cross came in, like I didn't get on it initially, and I just turned around and it was there. I was like, oh, great.
Presented.
Yeah, literally.
I always feel that our football history is about near misses and just missing out. Yet it seemed that every time you got it, you saved us.
I'd say the team, we saved ourselves. You know, I think especially those 2 games we were knocking on the door, and you know, I'm grateful that I was able to be a part of that and to, you know, make an impact on the game with the rest of the girls. I think from the beginning to scoring goals in the last minute, it kind of shows the character of our team.
Now, you're a striker, so in terms of the level of pressure on a human level, I mean, I cannot imagine, how do you deal with that? How do you self-regulate in that moment when it's all or nothing? I mean, not in a patronising way, but you're 19, you know, you're young, you've got a lot to deal with, you're very famous. How do you manage that?
I wouldn't say very famous, but...
Everyone knew you were on the way into this building.
I think it's, like you were actually saying, it can be a bit of less pressure, like going onto the pitch at the time where a goal is needed. And, you know, it's good to be confident to back yourself, you know, especially in that Italy game. Like, you have to go in and believe you're going to score as a striker, otherwise you don't. So I think I was going into games with that confidence and belief that I could go and help the team, go and change the game. And, you know, with the help of everyone else, I was able to do that.
Talk about that team spirit as well, because, I mean, going through a game like that, where you're so close to going out and then you get the goal and you go through under pressure. When you went back on the team bus, when you went back to the hotel, like, what was the feeling like? How were they around you? Were they carrying you on your shoulders, slapping you on the back? Like,
everyone was buzzing. It was like we were all in kind of disbelief as well, like to see the scenes, you know, after being down for so long, and then in the 90th plus 6th minute to go and score late equaliser and win it. I think I saw a stat that we were only ahead for about 1 minute and a couple of seconds in the whole of the knockout stages. But that kind of shows our character, our fight and our belief, and I'm so grateful that I was a part of that.
And what was it like preparing for the final? I mean, you'd have followed it in the past as a fan. Ball girl still in 2021, then the final in 2022, 2023. So this team reaches finals. Did it feel special preparing for a Lionesses final?
For me, yeah. I think seeing the girls, they were all so calm, collected. I think I was myself because of the girls around. But, you know, we knew what we had to do. We knew there was a job and there was a big job ahead. But we knew that we had what we needed to do to get it done.
And then got the job done.
Yeah, exactly that. That's it.
And the preparation that you put in place, I mean, a lot of that is you as players, because you're professionals, you know what you're doing, but you've also got a fantastic coach in Sarina Wiegman. I mean, I don't think we need to say in this studio how much she's respected, how wonderful she is. There's calls for statues. There's also calls for her to get a big job maybe in the men's game as well. I mean,
And a damehood.
There you go, and a damehood, exactly. I mean, first of all, talk about just how good she is as a coach, as someone that you can connect with, and how she makes you feel comfortable.
I think Sarina's amazing. I only met her probably 3 months before the tournament, and to see the faith that she put in me from day one to make my debut in April. And then to now to only have one appearance going into the Euros, to show that faith and that trust in me shows how lovely she is as a woman, as a coach as well. You know, she's like a mum to the team. She respects all of us and she wants the best for us. And you can see it. We all want to play for her, for the rest of the team, and to go and win the game for her because she deserves it.
We realise there's probably the public Serena and the private Serena, which we probably really saw with Burner Boy at the victory celebrations.
I've never seen her so happy, honestly.
She was delighted. She was brilliant.
I mean, so she's a mother figure, and a lot of people say, you know, the Lionesses, it's like a family, and how kind of welcoming they've been. Mm-hmm. I cover politics, so I have to ask.
Go on.
You all went to Downing Street, obviously after that massive win. You're in the garden meeting with Angela Rayner. Give us the scoop. What happened? What was said? What did you eat? What was it all like? I want to know what it was like to that moment in Downing Street where you're outside that big black shiny door as a team, you know, winners.
On the way in.
There they are.
Well, when we went in, I did have a really good honey glazed cocktail sausage, which was really good.
Okay.
Excellent snacks, good.
But yeah, like the garden's really nice. Like I've never actually seen anything like it before, but it was nice to be around. They had lots of pictures of us up, and yeah, we were just mingling, talking to a couple of people, and it was nice to see the outside world and their reaction to what we did, and it was nice to know that people were following us.
Did you get the sense from being in Switzerland? I mean, Rob was there, lucky thing, there for the whole 2 weeks. Could you get the sense?
Even longer, thanks to you.
Great.
Can you get the sense of how much the country was behind you? I mean, I suppose it's like you can see it from like online or whatever, but do you get the feeling?
Yeah, definitely. We feel it's whatever stadium we were playing at, whether it was, you know, our home in Zurich or in Basel at the final, we could really feel it, and that kind of spurred us to keep on going, you know, especially in those tough games in the knockout stages.
What were those celebrations like then? You got back to the Dole, to the hotel, deep into the night. Was it more relief, bliss? How did it feel?
I think everything. We had like a good time with our friends and family, and yeah, I went to bed quite early because we were going to fly later on, but yeah, you know, everyone was so excited, family, friends, their partners, you know, everyone was around, and it was nice to celebrate that with them.
Have you had a full sense of just how big you are now, how many people are approaching the street, and how you're coping with the extra spotlight?
I think I'm doing all right. It's not been too much, but, you know, it's nice to have that recognition, to know that people are following us and, yeah, they're proud of us, and, you know, we can see that, and I'm really grateful for that.
Do you also reflect on the fact that, you know, the England women's team is excellent, they're champions, the men's team are not too bad, they could be champions pretty soon. When we were younger, neither side were any good, right? Can you feel that, how different it is to be, like, at the top of the game and be so good at this time, and how different it used to be?
To be fair, I feel like before, in the past, they actually paved the way for us, you know. They had great players in the past, both men and women, and the work that they've done then has kind of brought forth where we are today. And to say that I'm a part of that is, you know, it's beautiful to be part of that, and I thank God for the opportunity to be here, to, you know, take away nothing from the old generation. But, you know,
it was tough to be a fan. You wanted to back them, but then they never won and they could never put it through. No, it's just true, Michelle.
But always also nears over the years.
And like, you know, I was thinking about super subs coming on. I think David Platt came on in the 1990 World Cup and scored an amazing volley, and I thought that kind of reminded me of what you did to come on and score that goal. Yeah,
see, there's similarities there, but, you know, to say that we got the job done is amazing. You know, to be a part of a team that's won it at the double is also incredible.
Which is crazy. They've done it back to back as well. That's really, really tough.
And what's incredible is Serena, I interviewed her just before the final, was talking about the high mission of women's football, about trying to achieve greater legacies and impacts as well beyond the pitch. So you've got the trophy, but also a team that helps to change society as well.
Definitely. I think we're influencing young boys and girls, you know, not in just football, but in their own lives and their careers, to go and chase what they thought they couldn't chase. Because, you know, a lot of girls probably, back when I was like 6 or 7 or so, probably weren't thinking, oh, let me go be a professional footballer. But now it might be, you know, their first thought whenever they go into school, I want to be a footballer, which is nice to know that we've, you know, paved the way for that in some sort.
Well, if you see it, you can be it. That's the thing, isn't it?
Definitely.
They can really believe in this now.
Yeah.
When you were being coached, because I've noticed this now, my son is 4 and he's going to start doing coaching, and they coach the girls and the boys teams together. When I was being coached, it was just boys teams. I don't think we even had a girls team, which is terrible. Were you coached with girls and boys, or was it just a girls team? And what do you think about the way that they've sort of integrated the two sexes as they're playing football, as they're coming up?
Well, at the beginning, I was in like a boys' team, my grassroots. Yeah, just for a couple of years, and then going at Arsenal was fully just girls, and that was nice to like be playing with, you know, what we're going to do for the rest of our careers, essentially. But yeah, we had a couple of times where we played in the boys' league under 10s, 12s, and that builds a lot of character, losing every week. But yeah, I think it was good for development, you know, and to see kind of like the integration. The boys were respectful, even though they were so young, but it kind of teaches you something, and it was nice to have that experience at such a young age.
And having the Arsenal setup as well.
Yeah, Arsenal's been so good to me, you know, since I joined 6, and all the way through, they've been so respectful, so helpful, and they've been so proud of my journey, and I'm so proud to say that I'm an Arsenal player.
And an Arsenal fan as well.
Correct, yes.
So you can never move on to a big job somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I've read online that you are still studying. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
So how on earth are you managing studying for a degree while winning the Euros? I mean,
Big deal.
when do you sleep? How does that work?
I don't know. I can only say, you know, it's by the grace of God that I'm doing what I'm doing. It's a lot of work, but, you know, I mean, you have to be disciplined the same way as you have to be in football. So after training, go home, listen to the lecture, do some work, sometimes go in. It's not too far from here, actually, Kings. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So do you have
It's
to
a
get
lot.
up extra early, you know, do some work before you train, or do you
Bit more
train
vision in
first?
training.
No
I do
chance.
work after, not before. No chance.
Is it good to have something completely different to focus on, a bit like with the piano as well?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I just finished my A-levels before uni, so I'm kind of into the habit of studying, so it's nice to do that. And yeah, the piano, it's always great, you know, to do something to enjoy myself that
You
I
should
love.
tell everyone what this is about. You took a piano with you. You play, right?
I did indeed, yeah. The funny thing is I actually started off playing like the guitar, but, you know, being in the church, that's where I was playing, so learning the piano and stuff like that. And yeah, I thought, why not take it with me? And it was nice that it could be driven in a van, so it was good to have that in my room right next to my bed every day.
You're a star striker now. You get what you want, Michelle.
Oh,
But also, I suppose it's a release, right? It's a way,
Yeah.
it's to completely, presumably de-stress, decompress, distract yourself, just kind of, I don't know, I mean, do you find that helpful for the pressure just to kind of turn to the piano for a second and just kind of escape?
Yeah, definitely. I think especially after training, we had a lot of time off. So straight on, just playing a couple of worship songs because that's what I would do anyway. So it's just nice to decompress, like you said, just play, enjoy myself, chill.
Talk to us a bit about how your family have reacted to all of this going on. And I know that your dad's a coach, right?
Yeah, he did it. I think he did his coaching badges earlier on. But yeah, all of my family were out and it was nice to see them and they were so happy for me. And they still are, you know. I went back to church for the first time 2 days ago and everyone was so happy to see me. It was really nice to know that, you know, there's a whole community behind me and as well as just fans and normal people, you know. So it's nice to know that we have a wider family that are behind us and following us.
You got a lot of support, a lot of backing all the way through.
How did it feel being back in church then, a week from the final, there from the footballing community to your church community?
It was amazing, honestly. Like, yeah, it was a packed service, you know, so it was nice to see everyone and, you know, people I haven't really spoken to before coming up to me saying, well done, like, we're so proud of you, we were praying for you. And, you know, that kind of warms your heart, you know, to know that there were people that you don't even know supporting you and, you know, looking out for you, even though you don't know them. It's beautiful and I'm so happy to have that around me.
And when you talk about your family, there must have been sacrifices, obviously, to help you get to training, all the sessions, late at night and all the weekends.
Absolutely. I think my dad was driving me to the majority of my sessions from 6 all the way to, you know, 17, 18. And my mum also sometimes, when my dad wasn't around, was able to do that. And my siblings, you know, they made a lot of sacrifices. Sometimes they can't be somewhere because I'm somewhere. And they were never, like, upset about it, but they were so, you know, happy for me and wanted to support me in whatever I did. So I'm so grateful to them.
I mean, what age was it where it came into your mind, I'm going to be a footballer and I'm going to be a professional footballer and this is my calling? How old were you when you felt it deep inside that this was your calling, let's say?
I can't really, like, pinpoint a particular age, but probably getting on to, like, 16s, 17s. I think that was the time where a lot of us were into, like, the youth set up at England as well. So we could kind of see that there was a way, and that was after the 15s World Cup. So you could see the WSL kind of emerging and there was, like, a path to get to the top. So a lot of the girls, as well as myself, were like, yeah, we can do this, we can get to the top. So I'd say around there. Yeah.
I mean, it's just... You're an inspiration to many people, and of course you've been a credit to yourself and to your family. You're only 19. There's a lot of time ahead of you. Have you thought what the next few years are going to be like for you?
So far, not really. I obviously try and stay in the present. Being back at Arsenal is great, you know, and we have pre-season to go, and that's my focus for now, you know, to go and get ready for the season, no matter where I am. I want to help out my club and, you know, be successful in the league.
And you're going to be going around those WSL grounds with a lot more fans, the banners, more autograph requests.
Yeah, it's nice, you know, the fans have been supportive, even when I was just 16, like within the squads back in the day. But, you know, Arsenal fans are, I always say, the best fans in the world. You know, they're amazing and they support us no matter where we are. And it's nice to know that they're around.
Does this all seem a bit surreal when you look round? Huge pictures of you at the Euros with the trophy, and think back to a couple of months ago where your life was.
It's cool, honestly, to see myself on the screen. But it's nice to know that support and that, you know, you guys value me and, like, the whole world are watching and they're, you know, happy with our team and with me. So it's nice to see that.
So you said you're not going to look too far ahead. As Rob said, you're now going to be mobbed every time you go to a game coming up for the rest of the season. You seem very chill about it. Like, I mean, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but people are going to be asking questions, aren't they? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, let's put it in football context. When you go for the first sort of challenge against the opposition for the first game, they're going to probably be asking questions as well. Have you thought about that? Have you had any advice from other older players in the men's or women's game to sort of tell you how to handle yourself now that you're going to be a target?
I think I have a good set of players, coaches, staff, my family around me that are really supportive, and like you say, the older players around, you know, both in the England and Arsenal setup, they're always around to help me. And yeah, I don't mind whatever's going on, you know, whatever's coming our way, it's because of our success, and it's a privilege to have that. So take it all as it comes, and I'm, you know, happy. If you want to target me, that's fine, you know, I'm happy with whatever's coming our way, because, you know, we've deserved it, we've earned it.
And hopefully the World Cup's coming.
To score goals. When's the World Cup coming?
27.
Brazil.
That'll be a nice one.
Yeah.
We'll have you back before and after that as well with another winner's medal. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Michelle Leishman, love to speak with you.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful day. You're not going off to study. You're going to chill for the rest of the summer. When does pre-season properly start? And when you're back into action?
Back in very soon. Should be next week. So yeah, I'll be very happy to get back in with the girls. I haven't seen them for a while, so I'm excited.
Get back to the real thing.
Yeah.
Michelle, thank you so much and all the very best.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Lovely to speak with you.